Good morning, everybody. Afternoon, evening, wherever you happen to be on the planet. Welcome. My name is Allie, and my channel is Heart and Soul Connected, and I'm so glad to have you here. Some of my members have told me that these are short and sweets. They're called short and sweets. They don't usually last more than 15 minutes, and they're just some information that you can use or reject. It's up to you. I think that most of the information is very interesting and very helpful to our spiritual community, but you're the judge, not me. Today, I want to talk about humanism, and I want you to understand what it is. I love my son's idea about humanism. He is not religious, does not even believe in, but is a devout humanist. And I would say there are many of us here that are as well. We just don't know we are, but we are. And so humanism is all about putting humans at the center of our focus, about valuing our experiences and emphasizing our potential for growth and goodness. The philosophy is rooted in the idea that we, as humans, have the capacity to create positive change in the world through our actions and our decisions by focusing on human values like empathy, compassion, and reason. Humanism encourages us to take responsibility for our own lives and for the world around us. Humanism is a concept, and it's built around all these spiritual principles, but it's not a religious concept. It does say, live and let live. It does say, be compassionate with others. It does say that sometimes we see others and we say, by the grace of God, there go I. If not for the grace of God, there go I, because we could be they. And we are they. You know why? Because we're all connected. We are all part of this beautiful big world. And so if somebody suffers in another country, if somebody is starving, if somebody is being treated horribly, if somebody is being criticized, castigated, you name it, it's happening to us on some level because we are one big planet. Think about this. If there was such a thing as traveling to different planets, and there is, but just bear with me here. We know that right now, none of the planets that are around us, including our own moon, are habitable by human beings. But we do know that there is a possibility that something could be constructed to make it habitable for human beings at some juncture. So it's not too far-fetched. But let's think of it this way. If you went to Venus and you're up on Venus and you're in the coffee shop up in Venus, and somebody comes into the coffee shop and you say, oh, hi, how are you? And you're chatting and you say, where are you from? Because there aren't any Venusians that I know of right now. And they say, well, I'm from Earth. All of a sudden, you realize they are you. You are they. It doesn't matter what country they were from, who they were, what they looked like, what their religion was, what their belief system was, how old they were. They are in simpatico with you because they're from the same place you're from. And that's why we get so excited when we go away to Europe for a vacation and we hear people talking, let's say, in English, and some of them have a little bit of a twang, let's say, and we know immediately, not only are they from America or the United States, but they're also possibly from our state, and we are connected by that. But if we were in the mall or the grocery store in our hometown, we wouldn't feel that way. We'd just be walking by somebody. Many of us might be getting out of the way for somebody, helping somebody reach something up on the shelf, smiling at a stranger, saying hello. But that connection has been lost with us here. We are not seeing that we are all one, that someone else's suffering is also our suffering, and that our contribution to it by empathy and compassion and other things, define what humans are and how we are to be. One of the biggest misconceptions about humanism is that somehow anti-religious or anti-spiritual. It's not anti-anything. It's pro-everything. It's about finding meaning and purpose in life without relying on supernatural explanations, which are fine for many of us. It's an approach that says we can find fulfillment and happiness right here on earth without needing to look beyond it. Despite this, humanism often gets overlooked or misunderstood in much of modern society. I don't understand why. It reminds me of the idea of woke being a bad thing. You say it's a bad thing. To me, it's a good thing. You know, I'm aware. My eyes are open. I'm not asleep. To be asleep is to not know, unless you're dreaming something. Part of the challenge humanism faces is that it's also often associated with atheism or agnosticism, which can be seen as divisive or exclusive. Agnosticism is not knowing what you believe in. Of course, atheism is you don't believe in God. But can't you still believe in humans? My son seems to think so, and he's one of the nicest people I've ever known. Humanism humanism for anyone who's interested in exploring what it means to be human in all our complexity, all our messiness, is all there for us, waiting for us to just take up the gauntlet and be that very thing. Another misconception is that it's overly optimistic or naive, ignoring the difficulties and hardships of life. It isn't about denying the tough stuff. It's about facing the tough stuff head on and finding ways to overcome it. If I put humanism into one person, just as an example, I think of Mohandas Gandhi. He cared about other people. He did not put himself first. And while he may have had a religious belief, he still was compassionate and he still was a humanist. The things that he did to elevate other people's vibrations was miraculous. And Mother Teresa, those people. I would even say that Princess Diana was a humanist because of what she did with the landmines and how she treated AIDS patients. You can see modern day examples of humanists in action. And, they can be religious or they don't have to be religious. It's not about that. It's about compassion and empathy. It's about moving into the tough times and saying, all right, this is it. What are we going to do about it? What will we do about it? The roots of humanism stretch back to ancient Greece and Rome, those busy times for philosophers, when thinkers like Cicero and Aristotle emphasized the importance of human reason and potential. We had several of these periods of time. The other is the time of enlightenment in the late 18th century, with some of the philosophers Voltaire, Rousseau, Kant, Thomas Jefferson, Ben Franklin, a lot of these people, Montesquieu, beautiful people with beautiful ideas. Over time, humanism evolved through the Renaissance, as I mentioned. Look at all the art we had, beauty, Da Vinci, and many, many others, Michelangelo. And it affected art, literature, and science. And we are having renaissances continuously. And if you're looking in the right place, what I'm seeing right now is that we had a flourishing of art at the Kennedy Center until it was taken away and denied. And now nobody wants to go there because the joy that was found in that has been moved. What can we do about it? What can we do about it? We don't just turn our backs and say, well, that was then and this is now. We try to figure out what we can do. We all can get together and work on this. Today, humanism continues to shape our values and also inform our decisions, from ethics to politics to social justice to environmentalism. I get really tired hearing people say, well, I don't know anything about politics. All you have to do is look around and see things affected by those choices in politics that take away things or add things depending on what's going on. There's no way you can escape that. It's part of the world and how we see the world. It's always been there. You can't wish it away. You have to accept it. You have to take it in. When we face global issues like climate change, inequality, conflict, humanism offers a powerful framework for addressing those rights. Anybody out there protesting right now is protesting against the rights that are being taken away from people. They are humanists in the highest sense of the word. By emphasizing empathy, cooperation, and mutual understanding, humanism can help us build bridges. We don't want to take the bridges down. We want to have the bridges between different cultures and communities. This is what some people consider to be DEI. There's nothing wrong with diversity, equity, and inclusion. That's what humanists agree on. We are all people. We are all on the planet together. And we all have animals that have been given to us to take care of. And we must do it. It is our job to be human, to be humanists. It encourages us to see the world from other people's perspectives, to listen to their stories, and to work together toward a more just and compassionate world. Your story isn't the only story. All our stories matter. They matter very, very much. In a world that often seems divided and fragmented, humanism reminds us of our shared humanity and our capacity for kindness and generosity. It is a philosophy that says we can make a difference, one person at a time, and that together we can create a brighter future for all of us. You may say, well, that's a great ideal. That's a great concept, but will it ever happen? One step at a time, one person at a time. It builds. Begin now.